Today we start a new series on the channel. I want to do Inazuma 11 related, and I guess also general channel related, Q&As on a semi-regular basis. I have opened a Discord channel in my Discord server, linked down below, called Questions for Videos, where you can go and leave questions, and I will answer them in this video slowly over the course of many videos. These questions are going to range from being serious, to being about Inazuma 11, to being about the channel, to being, I don't know, why do you like JP, or something stupid like that. So without further ado, let's get questioning. So the first question, where did the Nelly liking start? Now, this is actually pretty interesting story. So basically, I was streaming Inazuma 11 Ghost Strikers 2013 on the channel, and someone said something about dating Inazuma 11 characters. I don't remember the exact words, but basically, I was like, okay, so which Inazuma 11 character would I date? And the first one that came to mind, and I'm revealing something about myself here, is Nelly. Because, specifically adult Nelly, because Nelly's personality is very much my type. And then eventually, because obviously when you expose that kind of vulnerabilities to the internet, people go wild. And so they started spinning, and Nelly went from being this character I never really thought about too much, to now being my favorite character, just as it got mentioned more and built more hype on the channel about TXM Nelly, NellXM, all that kind of stuff. It just built up and up and up, and now she's my favorite character, and my parents bought me an oil painting of her to hang up in my room. Because that's normal. Is there any character you wish got more screen time or chance to develop? Off the top of my head, I guess, like, Kappa getting some more episodes would have been cool. I wish Cloyster got so much more to do in the anime. Like, fully honestly, I think Cloyster are the coolest concept. They're a bunch of martial artists who are just too based and like too zen and enlightened to compete in the football frontier. And yet they don't really do anything in the anime. We play them in the game, but to be fair, they're pretty weak. Their moves aren't actually that cool. Flame Breath is so dumb, and I'm not a fan of it. Or at least I would be a fan of it if it was on anyone else. I think Crane Kick, he needs to have some kind of karate, some awesome, insane move to prove how cool he is. I think that this team could have been the coolest, most badass team in Inazuma 11, and I thought the potential was squandered, so Cloyster Divinity. Would have loved them to be in Aries and maybe get some more development, like get their own Kira Hirito or something like that. If Duke Guy were to get his own spin-off show, what would it be and what will it be called? So for those who don't know what Duke Guy is, he's a character who appeared in my Inazuma 11 1 randomized Let's Play, and has since become this kind of mascot for the channel. He's been in he's in an official, well, not an unofficial Inazuma 11 mod, the Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes mod, where you can actually go and recruit Duke Guy, and he's one of the best characters in the game, which is amazing. But if he was to have his own spin-off show, I think it would be about, I mean, obviously the first pitch is just Duke Guy generally uniting the world, but I really love the idea. I just thought of this for some reason. Duke Guy goes to the USA, wanting to spread the love of football to the USA, and it's all about like the USA, you know, kind of trying to fight back, and he teams up with, like, I don't know, Bobby Shearer. It's just Duke and Bobby on a road trip. It's a road trip around America, spreading football to the people. Boom. And like, I don't know, it'd be like a sitcom type deal maybe. Who knows? That's my kind of pitch. And it'd be called Duke America. Okay, maybe we need more title ideas. Will there be a special moves in real life too? This is actually one of my favorite videos I've ever done on the channel, the special moves in real life. And the answer to that is a resounding probably not, at least not for a while. I don't have the garden I used to film that in right now, and that was kind of a big part of it, and I don't have a football, and there are a lot of things I don't have in my disposal that are kind of essential to making a special moves real life video. Also, that video was using the main special moves I thought would be easy to replicate, so it would be a bit difficult because I'd have to choose harder moves. And so I think overall it would be maybe not as good of a video, a lot harder to pull off. So the answer to that is, I'd never say never, but down the line. Would it be too far-fetched to plan an Inazuma 11 game run entirely with the custom players made by the fandom that you reviewed in a previous video? Although interesting, it seems unlikely from a mod standpoint. Okay, that's a cool question. Would I be able to do an Inazuma 11 playthrough? Like at least plan one with the custom players. Okay. The answer to basically would I actually like turn that into a mod is if there were spriters good enough and people good enough at modding, then who would be willing to work with me, then I'd love to do something cool like that. I'd love to incorporate things from the community into an actual mod. I'd love to make an Inazuma 11 game with you guys. I am just not smart enough to do that off the top of my head, at least by myself. But if there are enough people willing to form a team, then I would absolutely love to do something like that. In terms of planning one, down the line I really want to start doing videos where we actually like start looking into the writing side of Inazuma 11 and planning things and coming up with our own ideas for seasons and that kind of stuff. And so maybe when we get down the line starting to do those kind of videos, we can maybe throw in some fandom community type stuff. So again, never say never. What do you think of a new season set 10 years after the events of Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy? What do you think that would be like? Okay, an Inazuma 11 Go. So, I think 10 years after Go Galaxy would be boring. What I think would be interesting is maybe 15, 20 years after Go Galaxy. Namely, when the Inazuma 11 characters from 1 have started fucking. Hear me out. I would love to see a series about their children and them all growing up playing football and seeing the difference. Because I think stuff like that is obviously very, very fanficky, but in a fun way. I think it would be, if you're going to do something like that, it needs to be fanficky a bit. It needs to be a bit fan servicey. And seeing stuff like maybe Mark Evans' son becoming a striker, stuff like that would be fun to see. And I'd love to get a season like that. I'd love to plan a season like that. Like I said, we're going to be doing more of that kind of stuff, so who knows? Maybe that'll be a thing we do in the future if you guys would want to see it. Hey Tom Spoors, is your actual name Simon Minter, aka Miniminter? Both of yous are absolute slim, lanky, blonde ballers. Coincidence? I think not. Thanks, Sikria. Yes, I am Miniminter. I played in the Sidemen charity game and I got a 9.9 rating. Absolutely. What is your favorite Inazuma vid on your channel? That's actually really tough. I'd say probably the special moves in real life one. I really have a soft spot for that one. Yeah, probably that one. Will you ever recreate Throat XM? So for those who don't know, that was me deep throating a microphone. And the answer to that is, who knows? Again, never say never. I feel that might get me demonetized if I did that again. Like at least that video. And I'm a big YouTube monetization boy now. I don't want to get monetized, like demonetized. When's next stream? Now this is actually a pretty important question I want to talk about. So I haven't streamed in a while, not in ages, and okay, right, long story short, it's in the works. We're working on it. We have a big project involving streaming coming really soon. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. It's my 5,000 subscriber special series, and I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. It just needs more time. It'll be amazing, I promise, and it will be the return of regular streaming. In terms of why I don't stream more regularly, basically, this is just the one room that me and my girlfriend live in, and I don't want to subject her to 4 hours of me screaming. So, who knows? But we're going to get actual streams going soon. Maybe not in the way you expect, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And event streams will always be a thing on the channel. Absolutely bringing those back. So that's stuff like the charity stream, what we did with Pokemon, when we did catch every Pokemon in 1 week, but stuff like that, Inazuma 11 related. There'll be stuff like that coming. Streaming will be coming back, just give me time to figure out the best way to do it. Would you ever be friends with JP? Like, if I met him, then probably. I'm not going to be a bastard to the poor guy. I mean, he's just a little fella, but I'd shake his hand or something. Maybe not, like, become his bestie and, like, add him on Snapchat, but I'd give him a high five. Is there a character/season that you think gets more credit than it deserves? Overrated, in short. I think a lot of the pretty boys are a bit overrated. I've never been a big Bylong fan, like really at all, or a lot of the pretty boys I've never quite got the hype on. I've said a lot about like Axel and stuff. I just don't really get it. I guess I've always been more of a fan of the slightly more out there, weird characters. That's just personal taste though. More credit than it deserves. I mean, if someone likes the character, they like the character. Different characters work for different people, but I guess yeah, it's someone like Bylong. I've never quite fully understood the hype, But sure, why not? And final question for today. I've recently come across a local orphanage full of scared orphan children who love JP. Can you please say something nice about JP for these poor, abandoned, traumatized orphan children? He looks really cool when he's not on my team. If you want to leave more questions for me to answer in an upcoming video, then go to my Discord channel, Discord server, go to the Discord channel, questions for videos, and leave a question in that channel. That makes sense. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for daily Inazuma Eleven content, and bye.